Hey guys, check this out. This is my Samsung A52s. It used to be just a regular smartphone, but not anymore. I just installed a full desktop version of Windows 11 natively on my Samsung device. Yes, you heard that right. This is not an emulator. This is the real deal. Windows 11 running directly on my phone, the Samsung A52s. Let me show you exactly how I did it. It's all thanks to the Renegade project, an awesome open source project that lets you run Windows 11 on Android phone. Right now, supported devices are very limited, and for Samsung users, the Galaxy A52s is one of the few officially supported phones. Now, before we dive in, just a quick note, this project is still experimental. Some features may not work yet, so proceed with caution. Alright, here's what you can expect. Right after installing Windows 11, I tested the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and guess what? They worked like a charm. I connected to my Wi-Fi network in seconds, no issues there. Then I paired my Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. I was able to connect them instantly and they worked perfectly, letting me type and navigate without any lag. Next, I wanted to test a popular app, so I installed Visual Studio Code, perfect for coding, editing, and more. Now here's the thing, since Windows 11 on this phone runs on ARM architecture, you need the ARM version of VS Code. Download the ARM version, run the setup, and install it like any other software. To make this fun, I created a simple HTML file to test it out. So let me open it in the browser. And there we go, it worked perfectly. This shows that VS Code on Windows 11 ARM isn't just functional, but also ready for real projects, even if you're just starting out with coding. Just a quick heads up, only ARM apps run well here. Most x86 apps won't work or run slow with emulation. Stick to ARM versions for best results. Now let's try something cool. I wanted to see if Python works, so I downloaded the ARM version from the official site. Just like on any Windows PC, double-click the setup, follow the steps, and you are done. To test it, I opened the Python compiler, typed 2 plus 3, and yes, it worked. So yes, Python works perfectly on this Windows running on my Samsung A52s. Next, just like regular Windows, this one also comes with those random updates nobody asked for. But don't worry, just like on a normal PC, you can go into settings and pause the updates here too. Now let's open About This PC to check out the system details. It's pretty cool to see the details. The device name shows up and the processor is listed as Snapdragon 778G, the same chip powering my Samsung A52s. And yes, it's running Windows 11 Pro, just like a full desktop PC. This proves that Windows 11 ARM isn't some watered down version. It's the real deal, ready for everyday tasks or even coding. Alright, let's peek under the hood and check performance. I opened Task Manager and the numbers look great. The CPU utilization is only at 3%, which is pretty low, indicating that the system isn't under heavy load. The RAM usage is at 59%, which is about 2.9 gigabytes out of the 4.9 gigabytes available. For a phone running full Windows 11, that's actually really good performance. It handles basic tasks easily, with enough room for more apps or even coding. This proves Windows 11 ARM isn't just functional, it's smooth, efficient, and beginner-friendly. If you're curious about how games would run on this, let me know in the comments below. If this blew your mind even a little, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel because this is just the beginning. Since Windows 11 on the Samsung A52s is still a work in progress project, there are some limitations to know about. So here is a list of what's not working yet. Alright, enough talk, let's dive into the real action. Time to install Windows 11 on the Samsung A52s. But first, a quick warning. This installation is specifically designed for the Samsung A52s. Don't try this on just any phone. Other devices may not work or could even get bricked. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is unlock the bootloader. I've already made a separate video on that. You can watch it by clicking right here. My bootloader is already unlocked, so let's move on. Next, enable USB debugging in the developer options. Once done, time to put the device into download mode for the installation. First, connect your phone to the PC, then restart the device. As soon as the Samsung logo disappears, press and hold the volume up and volume down buttons together until you see a blue screen. Once you see it, press volume up once and boom, your device is now in download mode. Now let's move to the PC screen. First, head to the description link below and download these two key files, the Windows file and the Odin zip file, and then extract both the files. Now open the extracted Windows folder. You'll see an image utility zip file inside. Extract that too. After that, locate the FFU file in the Windows folder and move it into the extracted image utility folder. This step is super important, so don't skip it. Next, it's time to fire up Odin. Open the extracted Odin folder and double-click on odin.exe file to launch it. Once Odin's up, click the AP button and select the TWRP file from the extracted files. Next, click the user data button and then choose the VB meta file. Once both files are selected, click the Options tab in Odin and make sure to disable the auto reboot option. Once connected, you'll see added in Odin with a port number. Now with everything ready, just click Start in Odin. The flashing takes only a few seconds, so sit tight. And yes, pass message is there, mean TWRP is flashed successfully. Now don't let the phone reboot yet, we're not done. We need to manually boot into TWRP. As soon as the flashing finishes, press and hold the volume down and power buttons together. When the screen goes black, quickly release them and then press and hold the volume up and power buttons together. Keep holding until you see Samsung logo. Alright, once you're back in TWRP, tap on Reboot, then choose Bootloader to get into bootloader mode. Once booted, let's jump back to the PC screen. Here, rename the UEFI boot image to .tar format so it becomes flashable through Odin. Once that's done, open Odin and load the .tar file into the AP section. Make sure to enable auto reboot, then connect your phone to the PC. Once Odin shows added, just click Start to flash the file. And yes, UEFI is now flashing and your device will reboot. As soon as UEFI begins to load, hold the volume up button until you see the UEFI interface on your phone. Go to the image utility folder and run flash.cmd as administrator. It'll ask to flash the image. Just type Y and hit enter. The script will automatically find the .ffu file in the folder and begin flashing windows. This part might take 4 to 5 minutes, so sit back, relax, let me fast forward this process. Alright, the file is now flashing. Now it's asking if you want to root the device. Just type Y and hit enter. The phone will automatically reboot and begin loading the Windows 11 setup. So just sit back and wait for it to finish. When the OS starts booting, make sure to unplug the USB cable from your phone. Otherwise, the USB drivers in Windows might not work properly. If you followed everything correctly, Windows will now boot up. Let Windows complete its setup. It's totally normal if it reboots a few times during the installation process. And there we go. The device is now fully booted into Windows 11. And yes, on a phone, no emulator, no tricks, just pure desktop Windows running natively on the Samsung A52s. If you found this video helpful or interesting, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.